Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Musharraf from 7 IRC. Today's topic is carbon pricing and emission trading. Introduction. Carbon pricing is an approach aimed to reducing greenhouse gas emission by assessing in cost to carbon pollution. It involves putting a price on each ton of emitted carbon dioxide, encouraging industries to limit their emission and invest in cleaner technologies. Emissions trading, a key mechanism within carbon pricing, involves creating a market where companies can buy and sell emission allowances. Government set an overall cap on emission, and companies that exceed their allowance must buy additional permits and those with surplus. This system creates a financial incentive for businesses to inno- innovate and reduce their carbon footprint. So what is carbon pricing? Carbon pricing is a strategy to reduce greenhouse gas emission by assigning a monetary value to carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. The main idea is to make emitters pay for the carbon they release into the atmosphere, encouraging them to reduce their emissions. Types of carbon pricing. There are two main types of carbon pricing mechanism. First, carbon taxes and description. Government set a price per ton of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases emissions. Implementation. Companies or individuals are then required to pay a tax based on the amount of carbon they emit. Insensitive provides a direct economic incentive for the emitters to reduce their carbon footprint. Second, emission trading system are capped and trade. Description. Government establish an overall cap on emission after sectors specific and issues a limit number of emission allowance. Implementation. Companies receive or purchase this allowance, each representing a specified amount of emissions. Trading. Entities executes their allowance can buy additional permits from those with the surplus, creating a market for emission tolerance. Incentive encourages emission reduction where they are most cost-effective, allowing companies to trade and ensure the overall emission cap is met. Emission trading. Emission trading, also known as cap and trade, is a market-based approach to controlling pollution and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Emissions trading is designed to provide economic incentive and business for business to invest in cleaner technologies and processes, fostering a gradual transition to a low carbon economy. It is a flexible and market driven approach to achieving environmental goals. Benefits of carbon pricing. Carbon pricing offers several benefits in addressing climate change and promoting a transition to a low carbon economy. Emissions reduction. By putting a price on carbon, businesses are motivated to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions to avoid additional costs. This leads to a more sustainable and environmentally friendly production and consumption. Market-driven innovation. Carbon pricing encourages innovation in cleaner technologies and practices. Companies strive to become more energy efficient and adopt sustainable solutions to stay competitive in a carbon-constrained market. Revenue generation. Government can generate a revenue through the sale of emission allowance or carbon taxes. This revenue can be invested in renewable energy projects, energy efficient programs, or other initiatives to further combat climate change, etc. Predictability and certainty. Carbon pricing provides a predictable and transparent cost for carbon emissions. This certainty allows businesses to plan for the future making long-term investments in sustainable practices. Global cooperation. Carbon pricing can facilitate international cooperation by providing a common framework for addressing climate change. It encourages countries and businesses to work together to reduce emissions on a global scale. Health benefits. Reduced emissions mean lower air pollution, leading to improved air quality and public health. This could result in fewer respiratory and cardiovascular diseases, ultimately reducing healthcare costs. Challenges of carbon pricing. Political resistance. Carbon pricing often encounters political opposition as it can be perceived as a tax burden. Government can face resistance from industries, the public, hindering an adoption of effective carbon pricing policies. Economics impact. Critics argue that carbon pricing might place a burden on businesses, potentially leading to increased production costs and job losses. Striking a balance between environmental goals and economic consideration is challenging. Carbon leakage. Carbon leakage occurs when the business moves their operation to a region with lax environmental regulation to avoid carbon pricing. This can be undermine the effectiveness of carbon pricing in achieving goal emission reductions. Future outlook and innovation. First, expanding coverage. More countries and regions are likely to adopt carbon pricing mechanism to expand coverage and create a more comprehensive global approach to tackling emissions. This could involve the establishment of a new cap and trade system and or the introduction of carbon taxes. Second, technology integration. Advances in technology such as blockchain and smart contracts could be integrated into carbon pricing system to enhance transparency and traceability and efficiency in the trading and tracking of emission allowances. Innovative financial instrument. The development of new financial instruments like green bonds and climate derivatives could provide additional avenues and companies to invest in low carbon projects and offset their emissions. Conclusion. Carbon pricing, particularly through emission trading mechanism, stands as a vital strategy in a global effort to combat climate change. By assigning a cost to carbon emissions, it creates the economy incentive for a business to reduce the greenhouse gas output. This approach comes with a set of advantages, including emission reduction, market-driven innovation, and the generation of revenue for the environmental initiatives. Thank you.